Hey, Riley besties, and welcome back to the Writing with Anna new podcast, where we talk about all things writing. I am very excited, guys. You can probably tell with that whole intro. I am just, oh, guys, I'm not even kidding. I just get so excited coming here every single day, once a week, just sharing like my thoughts about writing and talking to you guys because man, you're so cool. Thank you so much for listening in. It really does mean so, so much. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about some of the quotes of my books and talking about my books and stuff like that. And I just want to thank you so much for those who just comment on some of my podcast videos and my videos in general, just asking about my projects. Oh my gosh, like I'm actually gonna cry. Like that means so much because a lot of people in real life don't really ask about, my projects, let alone know that I'm writing books. So yeah, it means a lot. However, let's go ahead and get straight into some of the quotes. I'm gonna explain a little bit about the book, and then yeah, tell you the quote. So, okay. First off, we have Project I, which is an inventor sort of story. It's kind of like steampunk. It's a kind of a novella about these two inventors who basically try to save the world from a devastating invention. And it's very mysterious, very cool. It kind of leads to really, yeah, interesting things like time warping, like statues that talk, like paintings that are teleporting portals. It's really cool. I have yet to kind of write the whole thing, but yeah, I'm kind of in the planning stage, and that kind of includes also creating quotes, which I love. Especially since I am writing with these two main characters. So the main characters are Walter Lovecraft, who is like a very brooding, basically Mr. Darcy, like Loki. He's Mr. Darcy. He's just a tall Londoner who has curly black hair and he's a pessimist. And then there's like his sort of partner in crime who is Keys. Keys is a sunshine character. He's the golden boy. He's so cool. He's basically the optimist. So they're kind of opposites and it's adorable. Okay, so let's go ahead and share the quote. So it's actually a dialogue quote also before I say it. So the first person who's talking is Walter, and then the second person is Keys. So let's go ahead and share it. We are inventors, not detectives. Well, I quite believe there's something similar. Are we not solving the boundaries of our inventions? I think so. So, yeah, that's the quote. Very interesting. I think it reveals a lot about the characters, their sort of voice in the book, and yeah, basically the characterization. It's adorable and so, so funny. I think I have come up with like a lot, and I just randomly picked this one, but a lot of like these cute little dialogue pieces, which I can fit into a lot of different scenes, and I can imagine it now. But it's so, so cool, and I think, yeah, it reveals a lot about the characters. So, yes. Alrighty, so the second quote is from actually a short story that I did a vlog on, which was a few weeks ago. And it was like where I wrote a short story in 3 days because I actually submitted this to a, what do you call it? A writing competition. My mind just went blank for a little bit. But yes, this is a very short quote, but I think it reveals a lot about the story. Okay, so this is how it goes. Some are dying for hope, others dying from it. Okay, I went really serious then. I'm sorry. But yeah, so this story is kind of, well, this situation, I guess the scene is set in an art museum at the moment where the main character is looking at the raft of the Medusa, which is a painting. And maybe you want to look it up, or if you're really, really cool, like if you're cool enough to know what that looks like and you know paintings, like you're epic. I wish I was that cool. Anyways, it's kind of like a raft essentially. Like I'm talking about the painting right now. So it's like, yeah, a raft, and there's like people at the front. They're basically like about to die in the waves. And they're kind of, I don't know if they're, yeah, kind of marooned on an island. Is that what you call it? Marooned? Yeah. There's people at the front of the boat who are like wagging. Why can't my brain work? Kind of like, they're holding a white flag, trying to trying to get like someone to come help them. And there's other people at the other side of the boat who are literally dead. They're just lying there accepting their death. And it's really interesting because there's people like at the front of the boat who are dying for hope. They're risking their life. Like everything they are is just the embodiment of hope. And the people at the other side of the raft are literally dying, and the idea of hope like almost crushes them. And I think it's a very interesting little thing. Yeah, if you kind of want to also maybe hear about what she's seen, I'll kind of share that with you right now. So, she gazed at the starving, hopeless men lying upon the broken timber, a raft caught between the white teeth of foam and wave. A few men outstretched their hands with white pieces of cloth rippling in the wind, likely stripped from their own bodies. The sea swallows their eyes. So, yeah, that's kind of like a bit of a context of what the painting looks like. But again, maybe if you look it up, you can see what I mean. So yeah, that's that quote. Okay, next up. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm gonna cry. You probably know what project this is at the moment. Given my reaction, it's project I First Met You in a Graveyard, which, oh my goodness, I want to die. This project, like this book, actually means so much to me. It's actually the first book I've ever written, which is really cute. I don't know. I'm so glad and proud of this book. I'm yet to kind of like edit it. I have like basically the first draft and I'm going over revisions at the moment. So this quote is actually a sort of poem that I wrote before I started this project. And I think it's really interesting seeing the reflection of how much this truly embodies the book. And I just really wanted to share with you this poem. And this is the sort of poem that kind of goes at the start of the book, like not chapter 1 or not prologue. It's like just the start of the book. Like people can skip over it, but it's really cool just having it there. And yeah, this is the quote or poem. Also, sorry to kind of keep you from hearing it, but oh my gosh, I'm not sure if you heard that, but someone's screeching outside. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh my gosh, my mind is running away. Yeah, poetry. I love poetry. Oh my goodness, I love poetry. I write poetry every single day, if you didn't know. Writing, literally, I'm a writer, like, I've realized that for a long time now, but I really wanted to share maybe some poetry videos in the future, so if you do maybe want to stay tuned, or just, like, comment down below if you want to hear some poetry videos, because poetry has my heart. Anyways, let's go ahead and read this poem. I first met you in a graveyard. Like a flame I did not know. You were the physical embodiment of what humans call hope. And like a moth following a flame, like dead hands that cling to dirt, like two lovers' lips drawing close and closer and closer, I did not know. I first met you in a graveyard. You burned it all down and taught me what it was like to burn. Ooh. Did that give you goosebumps? It actually didn't give me goosebumps. Probably because I've like read it so many times. But yeah, that's the poem. And this poem is actually written by Amen. If you kind of know the story, maybe Amen has a lot of thoughts in his mind. He actually writes his own songs since he plays the piano for funeral services. And it's interesting because yeah, he's kind of memorized all the possible songs that he has. So he's like written his own, and he likes to write his own songs and of course own poems. And I think it's oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, next up, we're kind of getting to the end right now of the ones I want to share, but we have Project BB. Sorry if that took me a while to get my mind in check. Project BB is a standalone fantasy about a thief who basically steals the prince and falls in love with him, but not really. I'm actually low-key thinking, like, sorry to kind of diverge again, but I've been thinking about if I really want there to be a real relationship between the two characters, because it doesn't seem like there's true development, and I think definitely it could be done if I prolong the book, but I really want, I really don't want to like spoil anything, but I'm kind of just like thinking out loud about if she truly falls in love with the prince and if she truly actually knows what love is. Because there's kind of a friends to lovers, not really, between two characters, the main character Robin and also Neo, who has just been her childhood friend for a while, and yeah, she doesn't really know what love is, and I'm interested to kind of put a label on if she does actually fall in love with the prince, because I really don't think she does, which is very interesting. Anyways, that has nothing to do with the quote I'm gonna share with you. Okay, so the quote is very simple, very easy. I'm not sure if this could be like a the thing you put at the start of the book or like, you know, on the cover. You know what I mean? It's literally 3 words. It's 3 words. Okay. Okay, so this is it. This is the 3-worded quote I picked from the book I've been writing for ages. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Okay, it says, wingless, she flies. And oh my gosh, like the way, the power, wingless, she flies. Oh, it just has so much power. And I know you don't know the book too much, but the whole metaphor, dude, I kind of also imagine a lot of my books as metaphors. Like, for example, Project I First Made in a Graveyard, like the whole metaphor is stone and fire. I'm not sure if you kind of saw that from the poem about burning the graveyard down, but yeah, the whole idea of Project BB is the idea of a bird and a bird with broken wings, but it still somehow manages to fly. And oh my god! Sorry, I just got a little bit emotional, but the end of the book. Oh my gosh, the end of the book. You guys don't even want to know what happens at the end of the book. Okay, sorry. Yes, so that's the quote, I guess. Very interesting. Very cool. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for all my projects. And yeah, I'm so glad I was able to share with you a few of the quotes from my books and short stories that I've been writing currently. So yeah, I wanted to also thank you so much for listening in. It truly does mean the world. Like, you're gonna make me cry. Oh my gosh, you right there listening to me, like, oh my gosh. That's so embarrassing actually. Sometimes I get super scared about, yeah, just talking about my stuff. But sometimes I'm like, you know what? Literally, I love it so much. So what's the problem? And I think sometimes people get they get kind of self-conscious of their work because they know it's not the best, but it's still your work. And I think that's something that just automatically makes it amazing. So I encourage you to maybe share some quotes or even just like go through your book and kind of recognize that, yeah, your writing is actually pretty cool and you deserve to share it with the world. And yeah, I hope your projects are going really well. Thank you so much for listening in, and I hope to see you in my next episode. Bye, everyone.